Welcome back with me, Axel again. This gameplay for Hawk, and we are going to evolve our robot into triple S class for today. So let's get started. And this robot is gonna be all lightning, so I'm going to have the plane setup as well, more or less the same as this Blitzer has the lightning perk. So is it gonna be good if we pair another? So this is another try of Blitzer and Cougar. So previously I've tried Cougar and Blitzer. It's not really gonna give you like additional power, but how about this Cougar after evolution with Blitzer? So first of all, before the evolution happens, I'm gonna have this at 195, right? So Blitzer, Cougar both has the lightning power, and of course the main gun is gonna be like lightning, so twice shooting lightning. Is it gonna be like gonna add the damage for the lightning? Let's test this out. Alright, slay with Legatus. Like always, Legatus wins. And as for the lightning perk for the main gun, it's not gonna be something different. So that's the ability for Cougar. Right, let's see after this. It's hardly like killing any of the planes, but see, especially for the buildings. Let's see after this. And a little bit slow in the reloading speed. Right, how about maybe trying to detect which enemies that's coming in your way, like rockets, maybe special rockets, those fast incoming rockets. That's gonna be useful for only that part. Right, this is the mini boss. So many guns. Alright, shoots. At least it does pretty decent damage for some of the enemies, like the small planes. Right, like this. The special lightning. For me, I like the lightning should be improved, but it's just the SS 140. Let's see about the after the evolution of triple S class. Right, let's see after this. Slay with Legatus. Great. Incoming planes and the hidden buildings. I'm going to sap them with lightning. Right, great. So for rest, I'm gonna slay with this, the rest Legatus. Right, more of the incoming planes and the special buildings again. They never give up, just too many on the stage. Right, taking a little bit of damage. So Cougar provides you defense and armor, so that's more or less gonna lessen the damage according to the stats. Alright, that's more or less about the SS Cougar. How about if we evolve Cougar right away? What's the difference? Increase the firepower. Firepower is gonna increase. So that's the main advertising of this evolution for Cougar. Is it gonna happen? Let's upgrade like 151. Let's see if we can like do more damage than the previous one. And I think I'm done. 151 Cougar along with like to the same stage, 195. We are gonna solo this. Let's see if this could happen. We are gonna have the special Cougar. I'm so excited to try this out. The main gun lightning has like several colors, right, mixed between the red and the white, pale white of lightning. I think the damage increased a bit on well, I just level like 10 or 11, so it's like would I recommend this Cougar? It's not really that recommended, especially for this building stage. See that I get a little bit overwhelmed on the side. Right, that Cougar kills the small ones faster. Instead of getting the bigger one, it's not really that great or gonna be reliable on that part. Triggering the lightning. We have the mini boss. It's like crab. Alright, hidden building with crab form. Right, shooting the cannons and they are all down. How about the reloading speed? I think the reloading speed is just a little bit increased and not really that much after the evolution. So how about maximum level of Cougar? Let's see. Let's test this out after the stage. We are getting silenced by all of those planes. Alright, triggering the lightning. Right, slay with Legatus. Like always. Right, there is another building over there. Right, another building. Legatus shield just protected me from that. Triggering the lightning again. Well, I wish for the early SSS class this should be a lot greater, but I don't see like much of the improvement of the Cougar. So let's max this out. Getting this to max, and this is the stats of maximum Cougar. We have defensive robot at maximum level, and what I need to test is to synchronize between this lightning gun power, where there will be like adding or stacking up between Blitzer and Cougar. Alright, 198, it's one of the difficult stage that I found. Like on the last time I got like team up on legendary mode. So how about this on just heroic mode? Maximum Cougar. Will I be able to shoot lightning power? Alright, lightning power, cool lightning power I mean. Cool lightning power, yes and no. I don't seem like, right, one lightning hit should kill all of these kinds of, or getting rid of any of those. Right, at least the power of Cougar is working a little bit. Alright. So for next, I'm triggering risk as well. The counter fire for Blitzer, it seems like having problem a bit on the stage. Right, this is the power of Cougar. Great, and it's at maximum level. Doesn't really does. Right, let's see about this. Alright, the lightning power of Blitzer with OD, and how about Cougar? Cougar just didn't do much of the damage inflicted on the worm. As we can see, worm still flying around, and it's like, oh my goodness, I have to use my dodging skill instead of relying on Cougar. One hit from the worm, that will take your plane down. So at least victory on that one. And I'm switching the airplane, Raiden, one of the lightning plane. I wonder if this will work out well. Cougar lightning and Raiden half lightning, unlike Blitzer is a pure lightning plane. We have Raiden, lightning and laser. Alright, shooting this out. Trying if this Cougar will like getting all done in the stage. Alright, doesn't seem to do well on all of these balls objects. Like always, like the previous one, Cougar doesn't really do much of the damage inflicted on the red objects, and sometimes even ignoring them. Right, like this. Right, it targets the rockets instead of the red object. Right, see that? Yes, I just did it with risk. So instead, Cougar doesn't do any much damage inflicted. I think Cougar is a little bit bugged, especially on that part. Right, it happening like from the previous versions until this 1.6 or 1.7. And now we have already at 1.13. It's a lot of versions jump from right away from back then. Right, trying this Cougar. Right, lightning. A little bit slow on killing these some of the defenses right there. We have seen the one that shoots laser. It takes a while, so you have to launch Cougar earlier if you want to utilize all the Cougar power. Like this. Alright, if you want to target the red object, you have to get close to that red object, and instead wait for another planes or another nearby enemies, so you can shoot them all at once. Alright, you need to get close right away, like I said. Alright, victory on this one. So for the protection missions, I think Cougar is not really that great, and it's not really that bad either. So it's a so-so robot, not really gonna be my favorite at all, but I think the main weapon, well, a little bit increase in the main weapon, it's not really that great either. So if you want to max Cougar, I would not really that recommend this kind of robot. Well, maybe if there will be like some kind of the improvements in the next version, I would wish like there will be more lightning that it shoots and more power, of course. The most important is the power. Right, let's try out another stage. Shall we do this? Another stage. Destroy 100 targets. Shoots every single thing on this stage. For this kind of stage, it's not really that bad. I have to trigger this overdrive. Let's see if the power of the overdrive is increasing. It lures away all of those enemies, but I guess the overdrive is just too short. Alright, let's get this. Alright, the special mini boss. Well, Cougar hits away anything in front of you instead of chasing the boss. These red balloons, I have to trigger another overdrive. Well, it's just too overwhelming for this stage. I think that Cougar needs to get buff on the reloading speed or power. Well, any of those, a little bit of power and increase in a lot of reloading speed, that will be better. Alright, great. Alright, waiting for Cougar again to get full. Alright, trying this out. The counter fire of Raiden. Alright, Cougar as well didn't finish on that one. That mini plane. I think the one that blocks you away your ability. So for overall Cougar, well, probably I would max the other robots and leave Cougar out of my list. Depends on the whatever happening on the next version. It's usually we got buff on this next version and not on this version. Anyway, this is all of my gameplay for today, and thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave thumbs up as always, and goodbye. Right, nice. Some of these buildings, just be careful, especially when those buildings unhide themselves and calling out all of the rockets. Right, some sealers. These planes, sealer planes, not gonna make it. Right, I'm getting sealed again. The shooters from the hidden buildings.